Hi, my name is Sam Paredes. I'm Executive Director of Gun Owners of California, and your lobbyist at the state capitol fighting to protect all of our Second Amendment rights, fighting against people who are dedicated to take those rights away from us. They don't care about the Second Amendment, they don't care about the Constitution, and that's why it's important for us to be there. What I want to do is I want to bring you up to speed on what's going on. We are into the first week of August. That means there are only 3 weeks left in this legislative session. At the end of August, anything that does not pass dies. This is the end. They have to start all over again in January. So it is incredibly important for you to be informed and for you to be able to communicate with your legislator or the legislators that are going to be voting on specific pieces of legislation. In order to be a part of the fight, we invite you to come to our website, www.gunownersca.com, to get information as to who needs to receive phone calls from constituents throughout the state of California asking them to vote against legislation that will affect our rights. In the next few days, if you haven't already, you'll be receiving our Gun Owners newsletter in the mail. This is a very important document. It will bring you up to speed on what's happening in the courts, where we lost one case and we won 2 cases. Very important information that'll give you all of the latest updates on where our rights are as far as the judiciary is concerned. Also, on the inside, you'll get our general elections candidates guide. Very important information. We have grades for all of the candidates or all of the incumbents based on track records or based on questionnaires that we can compile. There will be some blanks, and that's because some people just don't want us to know where they are. Also, we have a brief legislative update on the key pieces of legislation that are making their way through the legislature right now. Remember last year we started with over 40 pieces of anti-gun legislation, and that whittled down to only 12 of them making to the governor's desk and the governor signing 6 of them. Well, don't think that those that did not make it to his desk died. They actually did not. They're like zombies. They're never dead until the last day of the second year of the session. That's the only time that they die if they have not been acted on. So we've been paying attention to those. Some of these bills are making their way, including SB 53 by our nemesis, incoming President Pro Tem of the Senate, Senator Kevin De Leon. He's authored SB 53. This bill will require anybody who sells ammunition in the state of California to be a licensed ammunition dealer, to get a license to have the privilege of selling ammunition. But that's not all. Anybody who wants to buy ammunition, you and me, we're going to be treated like registered sex offenders in the state of California. We're going to actually have to register and get a license, a permit, a card that allows us to exercise our right to buy ammunition in the state of California. It'll cost us $50. We'll have to renew it every 2 years. And without that, you can't buy ammo in the state of California, and that includes a rifle, handgun, shotgun, and for you reloaders, the projectiles, the bullets. So they're trying to get everybody. We've defeated them in the courts in recent years past, but they're coming at us with everything that they've got, and they're trying to get the whole ball of wax. So we need you to be there and be prepared to fight on our behalf. We're going to be communicating this information and the fact that this is an illegal, unconstitutional direction that Senator De Leon is going, and we're going to be contacting the governor's office. Another bill of significant importance, AB 1964. You need to know that the governor signed this into law. And for those of you who have taken advantage of the single shot exemption, you know what I'm talking about. As of January 1st of next year, that will be illegal. Right now, it is legal. It is a legal practice to have firearms that we cannot get in the state of California because of the politically correct safe handgun testing requirements that all handguns have to go through in order for them to be allowed, for us to have the privilege of buying them. Well, through a legal process, people have been able to have those guns converted into single shots. Then they're sold legally in the state of California, and after you legally own that gun, you can do anything you want with it. That practice will now be illegal as of January 1st. That law was signed by the governor. We have other bills, a bill by Assemblyman Alejo, AB 1609. Here's a bill that is redundant. The federal and state law says that if you buy a gun outside of the state of California, you have to comply with all of the laws of the state of California in order to bring it in. In other words, it has to go through a dealer. You have to do the 10-day waiting period, the background check, and all of this stuff. Well, he's kind of restating this law as if it doesn't exist. We are in opposition to that bill. Of course, SB 199 by Senator De Leon. This is a bill having to do with BB devices, BB guns, and airsoft guns. They're now going to equate airsoft guns in the same category as BB guns. They're going to require everybody to paint them in order to give law enforcement a heads up that, hey, it's a toy. Of course, they don't take into account that Cerakoting and painting guns has become extremely popular with real guns. So you can imagine what criminals are going to do in order to regain the advantage if they're willing to go up against law enforcement, and that's to paint their real guns. Law enforcement is going to think they're toys, and there will be tragedies. So this bill is very misguided, and we will be opposing it. For more information on any of the other bills that are making their way through the legislative process, go to our website, www.gunownersca.com. We have made incredible progress in the courts. We are going to make incredible progress in these upcoming elections, and we're making great progress in the legislature. We can't do it without your help.